In this video, we are going to be doing some more bin shopping, the Goodwill bins.
At one point in time, this would be worth a lot.
For $13? Like, when are you Goodwill shopping and you find a two-piece set? Oh my gosh.
I would say quite an upgrade from the pillowcase.
Hey everyone, so today we are doing a very exciting video. In this video, we are going to be doing some more bin shopping. This time, clothing edition. More specifically, the Goodwill bins. If this is your first time hearing of bin shopping, buckle up, because I'm gonna give you a rundown. Bin shopping is almost exactly how it sounds. Giant bins full of items, and you are shopping through them. Now I know what you may be wondering, Mia, why would I shop in these bins when I could just shop in a normal store where everything's organized and color-coded and easy to find? Well, bin shopping is very, very affordable. How the Goodwill bins work in particular, someone goes and purchases a piece of clothes at a store. They then keep it for however long and they decide they don't want it anymore, so they donate it to Goodwill specifically. Goodwill displays it in their store for X amount of time, but it does not sell. Now, where does that said piece of clothing go? It goes to the Goodwill bins, as its last chance to be bought and loved before it hits the landfill. So you can imagine it's priced incentively to get rid of it, because it's either it goes to the landfill or it goes to a loving home. They want it to go to the loving home. So the pricing of the bins I went to is $1.25 per pound. I don't know if that is standardized or if that was just the one I went to, but as you can imagine, you can get quite a few items at $1.25 per pound. It kind of depends what you're getting, because if you're gonna get like shoes, it might be a little bit heavier, so the things are gonna cost more, but if you're just gonna get light things like tank tops or things like that, you could get a lot for $1.25.
Okay, I thought I found one. Look at this matching set. Shut up, I actually like it. Like, I could crop the shirt. I'm a sewer. I'm folding everything and organizing it in the bin. This isn't just what people didn't want, this is what people didn't want, and then they didn't want it, then they didn't want it again, and then they didn't want it again. And now we're here. At one point in time, this would be worth a lot. Maybe not now, but at one point. Oh, look at this. An earring. Wait, look, there's a bunch of earrings at the bottom. It's so hard to grab things with my gloves. This is the spot for scarves, because these are in now. The like 2000s scarves. Are we in the scarf bin?
Now, this is something I learned when going there, is there's a little bit of an etiquette to bin shopping that if you were new to it, you could definitely get yourself into a little bit of trouble with the regulars, because a lot of people shopping in the bins are resellers, so they buy up the clothes and then they'll sell them on like Depop or Etsy, so they can buy a piece for like $5 and then sell it for 20, and that is literally their job. So they take it very seriously. So if a newbie like me comes in and grabs something, they're not gonna be very happy about it. I honestly think that's why I've heard some like horror stories of things happening at bins, like fights happening or people breaking other people's cameras. I heard another YouTuber had that experience and I was like very afraid because I didn't want to get myself into that. So if I can try and tell you the etiquette a little bit and save you from a fight, I will do that. So it's a big room full of these shallow blue bins, and how it works is the workers will take away bins and add new bins. And when they're adding new bins, those are all new products. So those are like the exciting bins that people are gonna gather around, that are gonna create the crowd of people. So at some bin stores, they'll like blow a whistle when it's time to dig in. The one that I was at, they basically just tapped it so lightly and then everyone would dive in. So if you were new and they pulled out that, you just go reaching in it like no problem. You didn't know you couldn't do it, but really you have to wait for the worker to tap it and then everyone dives in. I personally was riddled with anxiety at the thought of being in that crowd diving in the new bin. So I just watched from afar and looked at the finds.
The new bin. No, I'm not going to the new bin.
You can honestly tell it gets pretty intense. Like, this is almost like a sport. Like, anytime I'd find something good and I'd be like, oh my gosh, like, I could feel eyes looking at me to see if it was like actually good. Luckily for me, everything I was looking at was not desirable to other people because I have what I like to call a grandma style.
I love anything grandma vibes. Ooh, this is a cute towel. Look at this. Bye, I'm getting this. I'm gonna get all this stuff people don't want. It works perfect for me. How did that not sell?
Also, can I just say, everyone working at the Goodwill Bins was so kind and pleasant. The person who checked me out at the end was so sweet. Another word of advice if you're gonna try bin shopping is definitely bring some gloves. There's a lot of items in the bins that you might not want to touch with your bare hands. I'm sure you'd be fine, but honestly, wearing gloves made it so that you could really like just rip into it and not be concerned, because there's a lot of like underwear and things in the bins that it just feels better to touch them with gloves on. You know.
This is why you wear gloves.
Also, you might want to bring a reusable bag. I completely forgot, so I just threw everything into the back of my car. So after being at the bins for like 3 hours, which, by the way, this bin in specific, they had a bathroom. I loved that. To be able to be shopping and go to the washroom, that's always something I'm concerned about. Like, will I have a washroom? But I ended up accumulating 11 pounds of items, so that was $13.75.
That was amazing. This is my new favorite place. I'm obsessed.
If you're willing to look through some bins and you want some affordable pieces, the bins is a great spot to check out. You don't have to be a reseller to shop there. And honestly, I feel like the purpose of it is to save the clothes from the landfill and to also help people who can't afford the clothing. And then I think the resellers just came in after that because they realized that it was a good market, and also people like me because it's fun to shop at the bins and I want to save items from the landfill. So there's many different reasons to shop at the bins. But okay, with all of that being said and my experience shopping, I want to show you what I got. I haven't tried anything on yet, so let's take a look. I mean, for $13, this is gonna be quite the haul. So this is the first top. Whoever had this before, I think cut it, which I think was a cute decision because I like the way it looks. Cropped. A poncho was definitely a creative freedom. Let's bring ponchos back in 2023. It's so comfy. This pink tank top is so cute. It's kind of like a ribbed, like knit material. It fits really well. And I feel like this color would really pop out in the bins to me because a lot of things were like neutral. And then if I saw like a hot pink thing, I would immediately go at it. I'm feeling very early 2000s with my white flared pants and my scarf. Originally when I got this scarf, I thought I was gonna turn it into like a few different like shirts and skirt things like for beach cover-ups. But now that I'm seeing it as a scarf, I actually love it. Plus, I'm in my scarf era right now, if I'm being honest. I know nobody asked, but like I'm in my scarf era. So on me, this is kind of like a loose fitting, slouchy turtleneck. This is cute. Like it's a Gap turtleneck. It's nice. When I found this, I swear there was like a melody playing in my head because look, embroidery on the sleeves. Oh my goodness. My grandma fantasy is taking off. This is the first time I'm putting everything on. This is so cute. I love the giant buttons. It's originally from Oak & Fort and it has these puffy sleeves. I mean, like how did this not get picked up somewhere along the way? Look at this sweater. Like this doesn't belong in a landfill. This is so nice. I truly think we may have saved the best shirt for last. Look at that. I love the big puffy sleeves and it's so soft. Like I'm so shocked with how comfortable everything is. Any sort of pattern of fabric like this, I cannot stay away. Look how long it is. It's a little bit wrinkly right now, but look at that. I was very excited for this piece of fabric. It's actually a giant pillowcase. But this pattern as a corset, I might just try and make the corset in this video to show you that you can turn these types of pillowcases into corsets. So basically I ripped apart the pillowcase and I cut it into my corset pattern. I will say there was like a fluffy material that was like flying everywhere while I was cutting the pattern out, and my allergies were like begging and pleading me to stop, but I didn't listen. So that's good, I persevered. Anyways, to sewing. You didn't believe in the fabric of this pillowcase, what do you think now? Like this looks Renaissance regal, does it not? And I've only done one step. I'm living. All right, presenting my pillowcase chic corset. Now I did make it like 3 sizes too big. I still don't really know how to make my size. I just make something and then like sometimes it fits and sometimes it doesn't. But I do know how to take things in. I just haven't taken this in yet. But like, look at this. When you saw me pick this up at Goodwill, did you think it was gonna be a cute corset pattern? Maybe we could make a skirt? Should we make a Marie Antoinette inspired dress out of Goodwill bin items? I literally refuse to let something that has been crocheted by hand go to the landfill. Like, not on my watch. I'm sure it happens constantly and I don't see it, but if I see anything crochet, I picked it up. And this was one thing. I imagine this was probably like a baby blanket or something, but I've seen people sew these into like the cutest tops. And normally I wouldn't want to cut up something that's been crocheted, but if it's its last leg, I don't mind as much. Like, I want to make something out of this. I feel like one great thing about shopping at Goodwill when you're me is a lot of the things I wanted, nobody else wanted. Why did no one want this? Like, come on, this is so cute. Look at that. That's so beautiful, and the edging. Oh, it's just so pretty. I mean, my early 2000s scarf fantasy. The early 2000s scarves that really don't provide any warmth, that's what I was going for. Like, we all had one of these when we were 10, right? Hey now, hey now. Now we have the two-piece set. Let me throw this on. I'm so excited about this. I have big plans to transform this. Now, before you say it, I know what you're thinking. Mia, that is not cute. But you have to see the potential. And I believe that I can turn this into something really cute. Hear me out. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out the fit of these pants. I have them on inside out, in case you're wondering what that is. And then I gotta figure out the length, because I was originally gonna make them like shorts, but I've made shorts once. Okay, and it was really bad, and they turned out terrible. If you thought I was being professional, here's the proof that I am not. Okay. I didn't mention this, but this actually has shoulder pads. Iconic. Should not be in the landfill. I was like thinking like, oh, a swim cover up. So I'm wearing a swim top to mimic that. So excuse this. I'm flaunting my double Ds on the internet. Okay, for real though, unfortunately I did take the shoulder pads out, but I do think it was the right decision because before they were really quite poofy. But don't worry, I did save them for a future project. But like, look how this looks. It's looking quite cute, right? I definitely could see myself wearing this. And then I actually took this up, see how there's no pocket anymore, and added a button. And even without the shorts, this shirt would look really cute with like jeans or something. It could also double as pajamas if you wanted. Okay, also, here is the one pair of pants I was able to get. Look how great these fit. Like, no gapping at all around my waist. That was so lucky, and they go straight to the floor, and they're like a wide leg. There was a lot of skinny jean options, but I don't really wear skinny jeans anymore, so I was looking for something wide. And although I don't normally wear white pants, white is the easiest color to dye to a different color. I'm kind of a dyeing fanatic right now, I'm not gonna lie. I've had some successes and some fails. You'll hear more about it later because I'm kind of just tie-dyed 250 items to like launch, but whatever. So I think these will better suit denim. Now, I was showing my mom the dye that I picked up. Basically, my mom was like, why would you dye white pants denim blue? And I was like, because I like wearing denim blue pants. Like, I get it. It's a little weird, I guess, but I feel like you would just dye them whatever color you like to wear. Like, let's say you've always wanted like a lilac pair of pants, then we could just get the lilac dye and dye them. But for me personally, I dress very basic. Look at me.
I saved these from the landfill. Now I'm gonna make them something that I'll wear.
This cap gets really hot, so I'm just gonna let it get hot. All right, denim blue. Ooh, it looks great. Okay, if I had a test fabric, I would do it, but I do not. Oh my gosh, there it is. I could do like an ombre. Oh my gosh, that would be fun actually. Should I do it? Okay, fine. You know what? Fine. I'll do something a little bit fun. So I'll get the bottom super dark, and then I'll dilute it a little bit, and then we'll get ombre pants. so that it has like an ombre. Oh yes, okay, dyeing queen. Who knew this was gonna turn into an ombre tutorial? This is gonna burn my hand, but okay. And then I'll show you what it looks like. I just realized I did this in like my favorite sweatpants set. Like imagine if I would have accidentally dyed it. I would have been so sad. All right, the jeans are out of the dryer. Here's a preview. All right, here they are. The ombre jeans. Look how light to dark. The ombre was a success. Although, one thing I'll say that I actually remembered after doing this, if you want a more gradient ombre, make sure to wet the fabric before you start dyeing it, because then it's not like dry going into wet. But I think the gradient went pretty well. Amazing! Ka-chow! Now the last item, which I am most excited for. Are you kidding me? These are straight out of a shoe haul that we would do on this channel. We love to try bougie extra shoes. It just so happens that these ones were 70 cents. I'm just gonna roll these up just so we can see my terrible fake tan. And these were a size 6, which is half a size too small, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make that work. Like, are you kidding me? These are so fun. They're originally from Le Chateau, so I can imagine they were a pretty penny to start off. Like, what in the Goodwill bins are we talking about right now? Like 70 cents? It would be a crime for these to hit the landfill. These have so much life in them, so much beauty. Look at those. How cute is that? I mean, I was living my life when I found these. And nobody had been interested in them? Like, what? Let me do a little strut. That wasn't a strut. Let me do a real strut. Are they the most comfortable shoe? No, but beauty is pain. As you can probably tell, I'm obsessed with these shoes. Like, I don't know if I'm just delusional, but to get all of those items for $13.75, that is insane. I honestly had so much fun shopping at the bins. I'm so happy with what we found, and I also really love the idea of saving some clothing items from the landfill. There are some really good items to be found if you're willing to roll up your sleeves and pick through the bins. I 100% will be doing more bin shopping. I really enjoyed it. So I'm curious, which item was your favorite that I found, and have you ever found anything exciting going shopping in bins like this? Okay, so now we have tried shopping in 2 different bin stores. We've shopped in the return box bin shopping that we did in California, and then we did the Goodwill bins here in Canada. Are there any more bin shopping that we must do? Make sure to let me know down below, but for now, this is all of it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!